I'm in here, y'all. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to make sure I'm online everywhere I need to be. Okay, we back in this thing. And I want to make sure I'm in here the right way. Let me look through everything and make sure we straight. Make sure we exactly on point. Okay, everything looks good. So if you just now watching this video, I'm not sure what platform you on. I'm kind of just coming in. Now I don't usually wait for nobody to get here because I ain't like I got that type of audience where I'm just waiting for people to come in. These are tutorials that I want you to be watching back. If anything, the little time I take at the beginning, you can use that time to open up Illustrator, start you a new project and all that. And we can go ahead and get this thing started. To all my people that's watching with Illustrator, let me know. And let me know if I'm going too fast for you. If you follow my Behance, you can already see that I already was online earlier. I just was online doing my what you call that shit? My line work. My line work. I was doing my line work earlier, and I was really trying to make sure I got my line work straight. But if you want to see any of the line work videos I do, you got to pay for that. You actually have to pay for that on what you call that on Behance. So if you would like to see the line work, then go ahead, pay that little cash. So we about to get started. I'm just trying to get everything behind the scenes in order. Okay, as you can see on the screen, the title is How to Design a Fresh Prince Title and Character on Adobe Illustrator. My main thing is really to show y'all the title. Now the character, that's just extra. This is a customer project, but I thought to myself that this would be a good tutorial to teach people. Because I've never seen anybody teach the... I'm here to help.
Get to know Siri at apple.com.
Yeah, I don't know why this Siri is coming on. But I honestly feel like I've never seen a tutorial of a Fresh Prince title. For some reason, people don't know how to create the Fresh Prince title the correct way. I've seen people create it, but it look cheap looking. Like it looked like they might have used Photoshop or something. And it's cheap looking. Now, if you look at the Fresh Prince title, I'm gonna put it on the screen so y'all can see it, because I want y'all to get the real vibe of what it looks like. This is what the Fresh Prince title looks like. Now, if you was a 90s kid, 80s kid, growing up, a lot of us black people, a lot of us watched the Fresh Prince. And Fresh Prince, if you guys don't know what that is, or if you don't know what that is, you've probably been under a rock or something. But that's a show that Will Smith was the main character on, and he basically had ended up living with his uncle and his aunt because, I guess he was living in the hood going through shit or whatnot. So his uncle and his aunt, once he moved in with them, they were like more upper class black people. They both the parents had good jobs, and the kids was doing good. They lived in a real big nice house in Bel Air, and that's basically what the whole show is about. So it was just something about this show that's just very nostalgic. So you'll see people like wearing things from this show. You may see people wearing a jersey, a jacket, some Jordans. There's a lot of things that derive, a lot of things in fashion that derive from this show, especially when somebody's trying to show off something vintage from the 90s and whatnot. But so basically with this title, if you look at this title, the way that they designed this was very 1990s. Just the colors, if you notice in the inside, there's a gradient green that transforms through the entire design. And then even if you look at the fonts on the and of Bel Air, those are very basic fonts, like, that you can find on older programs. Those are like older stock fonts. But if you look at the title of The Fresh Prince, I actually think that's custom. I think somebody actually hand drew that out. But they definitely didn't hand draw these the and the of Bel Air. So what I'm showing y'all on the screen right now, if you look at my stuff on Illustrator, what I did is I hand did the I hand sketched out the what you call that, excuse me, let me go to this. I'm tripping. I don't know why I'm thinking it's a different window. But I hand drew the Fresh and Cub just so I can give y'all that same vibe. And by the time I fully put the design together, y'all can see like basically how they set up the design for the Fresh Prince. And if you look at the original design, the words are merging into each other. That's another thing that you can do in Illustrator. You can merge words together and shit. And that's the main reason, if you notice, I overlap my lines. Let me make sure before I get started, I'm acknowledging everybody that's on here. And I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you. If you do have a question during this process, I appreciate you. If anything, you do not have to watch this entire video. This is a tutorial and you can always leave and come back. Or if anything, what you can do, you can play back this video after I'm finished and you can follow step by step with Adobe Illustrator so you don't get confused of what I'm doing. So let me go ahead and I'm going to make this small and we're going to go ahead and get this popping. I'm already jittery right now. I just got done eating. So I really didn't even want to get on. Come on, man. God dang. I feel like I'm checking this thing every 5 seconds. But yeah, I just feel jittery right now just from eating. I just got done eating and whatever. And I really didn't feel like streaming, but I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this knocked out. So before I get started, let me check every site, make sure there's no questions. We can go ahead and get this popping. Give me 1 second. There's nothing there. Nothing there. Trovo, shout out to everybody coming in on Trovo. Appreciate you. I see a few people on Twitch. Nobody's saying nothing though, which is perfect. I can go ahead and get started. All right, let's go. So I'm gonna make this small, and I'm probably gonna put this on a different layer, just so we could just have that as a reference image. There we go. Okay, cool. So what you want to do first is already did the line work, so we ain't got to go through that whole line work situation. So what we gonna do now? Select the entire thing. Boom. Select the entire thing. Once the entire thing, oh shit, I think I got something. Oh yeah. Make sure you're not selecting other stuff. Only select what you're doing. So as you can see, I got this whole entire thing selected. Now what you want to do is identify the font, right? Like identify it. So look at the original font. If you notice on the edges, the lines aren't super thick. So we don't want to make these lines too thick. We want to kind of keep them at all at the same size. So let me try a 2. Let me see if that 2 will be too thick. Yeah, that 2 damn near look too thick. So let me put like a 1.5 on the stroke. Boom. Yeah, that 1.5 is perfect. So once you have everything selected, you got your stroke to however you want it to be. Go to the top of the screen, the very top menu bar. And what I want you to do is click Object and then click Group. Boom. Now you've grouped that entire thing. Let me make sure my camera don't get to moving around. Make sure I'm still in the game. Okay, so click group. After you click group, everything is grouped. And once you group once you group your line work, you are grouping everything. So no matter where you click it and move it, it's all going to move together. The lines are no longer separated, right? So once you group it, what you want to do is go back to the top of the screen while it's still selected and click on object again, and then scroll down to expand. Boom. Once you click expand, the expand menu will pop up. You'll be able to see this if you're following me on Illustrator. As soon as that pops up, just click OK. Boom. Once you click OK, you have now changed your grouped line work all into shapes. So that's the main reason why you see it now highlighted on the outside of the lines instead of the inside of the lines. So what I want you to do is do not click off of it. Leave it selected like that. What I want you to do now is go to the right side of the toolbar. There's another toolbar on the right side of your screen. And what I want you to do is click on the Pathfinder button. That's those two squares intersecting. If you do not see that Pathfinder button, don't worry about it. All you got to do is go to the very top of your screen, click Window, scroll down. Once you click Window, scroll down to the P's. Scroll down to the P's and then choose Pathfinder. That's how you're going to get your Pathfinder menu. As soon as you click on the Pathfinder button, what I want you to do is click on the button that says divide. It should be on the left hand corner of your Pathfinder button. Click on divide. After you click divide, it's going to look like nothing happened. Don't worry about it. What just happened now is all of the line work, all of the shapes that was converted and expanded, you can now edit them. So what we're going to do now is just get rid of all of those access lines. So what I want you to do is click on your white selection tool. The white one is called the direct selection tool. The regular one is just called the selection tool. Just hover your mouse over it just so you can see it. It's the top right button on the left side toolbar. That's keep tongue twisting me. It's the top right button on the left side toolbar. So once you click that, what I want you to do now is start clicking in those lines that you don't need. So I don't need those, obviously. So let me go ahead and just start getting rid of those. We want to make sure we get rid of the proper access lines that we overlapped, just so we can make sure that this comes out clean. This is a method that I learned very early on that works very good for beginners. If you're a beginner, this method works very good because this method actually helps you not to mess up when it comes to your line work. You want to overlap your lines and then come back and get rid of what you don't need, just so your project has that very perfect look to it. And this was a method that I followed, and this method actually got me through a lot of projects when I first started. Because when I first started, I was dealing with a lot of confusion when it came to these projects and exactly how to put this line work together and exactly how to use that goddamn pen tool. Because when you first use that pen tool, trust and believe, I am not lying to you when I'm gonna say you're gonna be struggling at first. It just is what it is. It's just something you got to get yourself used to. But just like anything, just like riding a bike, once you balance yourself good enough and you keep balancing yourself and you keep at it, then eventually you're gonna get yourself together. Let me open back up Behance. I forgot to acknowledge Behance. If you're watching on Behance, I am acknowledging you. Shout out to you for checking me out. I don't mean to ignore you. I'm just trying to keep up with what I'm doing. Let me open that Behance window. Okay, yeah, shout out to who's ever watching on Behance. I don't think y'all can interact the same way as other sites, but it is what it is. All right, if you just now popping in right now, we extracted all of the line work, and what we're doing right now is just getting everything together, getting everything merged. Now remember, on the Fresh Prince logo, the words are intersecting into each other, and then they got rid of all those points. So that's what we're gonna do. Since things is intersecting, let's go ahead and get rid of that. All those lines that's intersecting. We want everything joined together like it's one. See, I might have messed that up. I shouldn't have clicked that way. And sometimes if this happens, like if the lines end up merging, just use your eraser tool. Just like this. Use your eraser tool and then get rid of any excess lines. And if the lines are merged together, use your curvature tool and just start deleting those anchor points until you got it to look the way you want it to look. Sometimes lines just merge like that, I'm not sure what causes that. It doesn't happen frequently, but if it does happen, then I just showed you how to handle it. Yeah, I hate when this shit happens, man. When I'm trying to get this line work together and these lines start merging. Like, come on, son. You got my tutorial looking crazy. Get rid of all these merged lines. I don't remember merging these. That's what always trips me out about that. Okay, cool. So now the E is warped in there. Let's get that S. Let's get that warped together. Yep, the S. So now we got the fresh. Might as well merge that too. Let's go ahead. Cut that out. Let's go ahead. Cut that out. Boom. We wanted those to be merged together. All of this is going to make sense. Watch. Excuse me. All of this is going to make sense eventually. So just pay attention. So once you get everything like this, right? Once you get everything merged together, right? I'm hearing noises and shit. Once you get everything merged together, what I want you to do is select that entire thing. Boom. Want to make sure that entire thing is selected. Don't select this other stuff. Let me move this out the way so this doesn't interfere with what I'm doing. Let me move this down. We could work on that character after this. So listen, right now, let me make sure nobody said nothing. No. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now look, once you have your line work like this, once you've got rid of all of those access lines that we don't need, once you got rid of all of them, what I want you to do is select your entire project, just like that. What I want you to do is get it ready for coloring. So what I want you to do is go to the top of the screen, click on Object, and then click on Live Paint, and then click on Make. Boom. Once you click that, now your project is ready to be colored. The way that you'll know that you did this correctly is once you click on your Live Paint bucket and you hover over your project, you should start seeing things get highlighted in this type of way. If you see stuff get highlighted like that, that means you did this right. So there's a few different ways you can add the colors into it. Now, but the difference with this is we want to add the colors, but we want all the colors to be gradients, right? So what it is we have to use the gradient tool to even achieve this type of color. So what I want you to do is click that. If you look on your color box, right under your color box is 3 boxes. It's the color box, the gradient box, and the none box. What you want to do is click on that gradient box. Boom. Once you click on that gradient box, a menu will pop up on the right side of the screen. Y'all probably can't see it, but if you're using Illustrator, you can see what I'm talking about. There's 2 dots, one on the far left side and one on the far right side. What I want you to do is click on either one of them. Click on either one of them and then choose your colors. Always choose the lightest part of the gradient and the darkest part of the gradient. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use the left side for the lightest part. So click on that eyedropper that's within that menu and then click on the lightest part of the design. Boom. Now let's click on the other dot and then click on your eyedropper tool under it and then click on the darkest part of the project. So boom. Now what you want to do is literally just paint it in. Boom. Now, if you notice, once we painted this in, see the issue with painting this in is once we paint this in, like we can't control the gradient when you use the Live Paint bucket tool. So now we have to do this with a different method. So if I'm not mistaken, the way you could do it without doing it in this method, you could actually use a merge. So let's see how the merge goes. Now let's make the gradient the same type of gradient that it is on this Fresh Prince title. So let's change that gradient. Let's change the direction because it's in the middle. So let's choose 90 degree. As a matter of fact, let's edit the gradient. Let's make 3 dots. Let's make this dot in the middle as far as the darkest part. And let's make the lightest part on the other side, just so we got gradients coming from both areas. Now, if you look at that, that looks good. Oh, shit. Messed up. If you look at that, that looks good to me. Now, let's send it to the back. Right click, arrange, send to back. Is it? I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more tighter on the bottom. Undo. Just make this a little bit tighter. Yeah, because we want that light green to motion in there a little bit better. So let's select the entire thing. If I'm not mistaken, because I don't remember, it's been a minute. If I'm not mistaken, you're supposed to merge. It's either merge or divide. Let's check. I can't remember. It's been a minute. So we just merged it. Now let's see if we can get rid of the outsides. Nope. It's not how you do it. No, it's one of these damn buttons. Was it trim? Let's check that. No, it wasn't. What the fuck was it? I can't even remember. Yeah, give me a second. Let me remember how to do this shit. Let's see. Now, was it merge? Nah, it wasn't. Was it divide? I honestly don't remember. It's been that goddamn long. I feel like it was merged, though. Let me check merge. Then let's delete all these lines. Oh, it was merge. I'm tripping. For some reason, I just didn't want you to be misleading anybody saying the wrong shit. But I was actually right in the first fucking place. You're supposed to. Okay, look. Let me redo all that just so I can show y'all real quick. I had to do some experiments for a second. I'm like, I know I remember how to do this. This bitch has been some years before I had to do this damn. Because I think the last time I did it was 2020 for this logo for this gamer. So look, this is how you do it. You take your gradient, like I said, we made a gradient box. You put it behind the title or whatever outline image you have. And then what you have to do is select the entire thing. Excuse me, I'm fucking up. Select the entire thing. Then go to the top, click on object and click on group. Go to the top, click on object, then click on expand. Click OK. Don't change anything. Then what I want you to do is open a Pathfinder. And then click merge. Okay. Now it should look weird like that, but you did it right. So click off of it. And what I want you to do is select all that outside shit. Boom. Delete it. Boom. Boom. Delete it. Now let's go inside, do some surgery. Get rid of whatever we don't need in the inside. Yeah, man. I had to go through some trial and error right there. But see, that's the thing about, I've been using this for so long, I don't be remembering everything. Like a lot of times, like when I be doing stuff, like sometimes I had to run back to a tutorial because I'll forget something like, yo, I ain't did this in a minute. And that's the thing about like being an all-around designer. It's so many different methods you can learn. You'll mess around and forget stuff. Because I done did this so many freaking times, man. But I think this font specifically, I've only had 2 or 3 customers ask for. Oh shit, I messed this up. But I only had like 2 or 3 customers actually ask for the Fresh Prince font. So it didn't come around really that often. But when it came around, I was on point. I figured it out kind of just like what I just did. But yeah, like yeah, can't believe I just forgot that. But that's how you know I'm flawed, y'all. Sometimes I be just forgetting shit. Forgetting how to do shit in the middle of a goddamn live. Shit like that. So right now, as you can see what we're doing, we just getting rid of all of the access lines and the insides of this this design. We want to make sure that we get rid of all the insides so we can make sure that once we make this logo, we want to make it exactly the way that the original looks. Now everything from here, once I once I finish this gradient, everything from here is gonna be smooth sailing. So long as y'all following this step by step, it should be smooth sailing. The only way that this design should actually be hard for you is if you doing a lot of detailing and adding a lot of words. And I feel like that's where a lot of times people go wrong, is getting too wordy, adding too many words and shit like that. And then that's when the logo becomes harder to do. And, it takes away people's motivation. But I always say, work on projects that you like to do. And this one, I actually like this one because when I first made this design, I went through trial and error. Because to make this look like an original Fresh Prince design is very hard. It's something that you have to really study because there's nothing out there to teach you how to make the Fresh Prince logo. So really learning this, you dang near gotta mess up a couple of times just to figure out the exact right way to do it. I think I'm probably the only person on the internet that y'all can probably find this tutorial from. There is no other tutorial how to make the Fresh Prince title. So yeah, what you witnessing right now is very beautiful. This may help somebody in the future that wants to make like an original title for like a project or something. Yeah, but all we're doing right now is getting rid of all those unnecessary excess inside lines. God damn it, I keep deleting the outline. Okay, cool. So we still got a little bit more to go. I'm trying to get it done as fast as I can, y'all. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. Let's continue. Now, another way that you can do this, if you wanted to add the colors in, which is a little bit harder and it takes a lot more time, damn near the same amount of time, is what you can do is you could literally just create the shape of the gradient, and then what you can do is actually create the shape behind the letters. Now, my thing is, do whatever you feel like works for you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm letting you know right now, this process I'm doing right now, I'm about to do this like so accurate, you're going to think that I had something to do with the original. And that's my thing, is getting it accurate to where when a person see it, it's undeniable. Treat every project like it's your best. Want to make sure we get this line nice and good. It's only because we want to get rid of these lines in the inside. So by the time we add our black lines, because we're going to be doubling our background lines. Once we double those, we want to make sure those look good and those like make sense on the inside of the letters too. So let's go ahead and just get rid of that. Okay, cool. Got that. Okay, let's get these. That's what I like. Get all of this knocked out all at once. Yeah, let's get that knocked out. Boom. Okay, cool. I think that's it. No. We got the inside of the E, above the P, and right there. Oh, I see some on the S too. God damn. I thought we was done. I'm getting excited. I'm getting ready to go to the next step. I ain't even got rid of this shit yet. Zoom in. Get rid of that. And I know what you're saying. Damn, Jay. You really gonna sit there and take your time and do all of that? Listen, I'm telling y'all, man, it's worth it. It's worth it, yeah. Take your time and get things detailed, y'all. And it's gonna be some days, and this is if you plan on being like a designer that's frequent. You know what I'm saying? If you're a designer that's not really frequent like that, just disregard some of this stuff that I'm saying. But I'm letting you know right now, if you do plan on being a designer, man, it's gonna be some days where you work on something and you're gonna be saying to yourself, like, man, I really do not feel like going through and detailing this whole damn thing. But you gotta do it, bro. If you want your stuff to look good, if you want your stuff to look top tier, man, take your time until you get it right, man. Listen to this advice I'm telling you. I'm not telling you nothing I don't know. Take your time and get it right. Okay, so once you get this entire thing done, you get all them access lines done, or let's say you did your what's the name and traced your color in the inside, which that would have took way longer. But once you have it like this and you have all your gradients in the inside, this is what I want you to do next. Select this entire thing. Boom. Now I need you to hit Command C, Command F. Once you do that, the next thing I need you to do is right here on the left side where you see the question mark. That's your color box. Double click that. Double click that and choose all black. Make sure you scroll all the way down to black. The same color as the outline, which is black. Boom. So what we're going to do now is click on the Pathfinder and merge. Make sure everything is merged together. Boom. Click unite, not merge. I'm sorry about that. Click unite. Then once you click unite, everything should unite the exact way that looks right now. Now what I want you to do is right click it, go down to arrange and click send to back. Boom. Once you send it to back, now you can't see it. It looked like you didn't even create it. But don't worry, because we are right on point. So this is what I want you to do now. If you look at the original Fresh Prince font, you see how the blacks is in the inside. Not only is there a black outline, but there are black in the inside, and it's actually under the design. So what you want to do, and this is where I think a lot of people miss when they do this Fresh Prince design. You want to make sure that you have a duplicate black version behind the title, and what you want to do is move it to where it looks exactly like how the Fresh Prince title is. If you notice that they took the black layer, just like this one I just created, they took it and they moved it down a little bit, and then they moved it to the left. Just look at it. They did exactly what I just showed you. They moved it down a little bit. If you actually look at it close enough, you can see what I'm talking about. They took the black layer, they moved it down a little bit, and they moved it to the left. And that's how it ended up right here. So that's all we doing. Moving on. That's all I just did it, but that's all we need to do. Move it down a little bit and move it to the left. That is how you achieve that type of look, right? So let's go ahead and leave that right there. And then if you notice in certain parts of the logo, like right inside this E is black, is all black in there. It's all black in there, and it's all black in there. So that's really a preference thing. See, I'm going to do that with my E's. I'm going to put the blacks in there. So I'm going to put the black all the way in there. You see, I'm just creating a shape on top of the logo. Right click it, scroll down to arrange, and then click send to back. Boom. That's how you color that in. I'm going to do that for the P. Same thing. Create that shape, right click, arrange, send it to the back. Boom. And I'm trying to think, should I do that anywhere else on here? Okay, because, yeah, they did do it inside the S. So let's do that with our S. I don't want to get too far from the original because we want this to look like the original. So we're not going to get too crazy. But I do want people to be able to look at this and understand the direction I was going. So the F wasn't too crazy. Nah. A lot of this shit wasn't too crazy. Ooh, I see I missed some green lines. I got to go in there and get surgical. I see somebody. Yo, shout out to Olin Zuniaga. Shout out to you. Shout out to Antonia Gianna. Oh, Antonia. Yeah. She's go to our school. Shout out to Antonia. Yo, shout out to everybody that's watching. Yo, shout out to everybody that's the match rival on Trovo. Shout out to Fetty97. Shout out to you. Yo, shout out to the people watching on Twitch. I can't see your names, but shout out to you. And shout out to people watching on Behance. I can't see y'all names, but it is what it is. I appreciate you. All right, let's go to the next step. So once we have it like this, now this is a very important part. I mean, no. Matter of fact, no. We're not going to the next step. I got to get rid of those excess lines. I ain't gonna be able to sleep if I don't get rid of these excess lines. That's just me. I hate seeing them. If I see excess lines on my project, I just don't like that. I don't like nothing looking like I missed something. Let's get that zoom in and let's get that last little piece. Once we get all the stuff we forgot, then let's go to the next step. Hopefully y'all won't be like how I am, missing, forgetting shit. You want to make sure that you don't miss nothing. Hold on, let me click off of that. Boom. We can leave that like that. No, actually, no, we can't. That's gonna drive me crazy. I gotta do something about that. Use that curvature tool. Delete those anchor points until it's like that. Matter of fact, I see another one. That's just how I am, y'all. I can't. I just can't, bro. Like, I cannot finish a project if I keep seeing flaws. It's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, so once we get it like that, what we're gonna do, and this is a very important step, is if you notice the soft spray paint pink behind the entire thing, that is something that I've seen people struggle with too, because like people don't really understand like how to, get that together the exact right way. But don't worry, I'm gonna show you. So what I want you to do now is, because if you remember, you selected that top layer and you copy and pasted it in front. You Command C and Command F. That should still be in your computer's memory unless you Command C something else. But if you didn't Command C anything else, this should be easy money. So instead of hitting Command C, just hit Command F. Command F, boom, that's going to paste that same thing again. So we're going to do the same thing we did last time. Double click that color box, change the color all the way to black. And what you want to do is go to the Pathfinder and then merge it. I keep saying merge. You want to unite it, not merge. Please don't hit merge. Unite. Once you unite it, it's going to unite everything all into one color. See what? As soon as I hit unite, boom, it's all one solid color. Once you got it like that, what you want to do is right click it, click on arrange, and then send to back. Boom. Once you have it like that, don't click off of it. Click on the eyedropper tool on the left side toolbar menu, and I want you to click on the pink. Click on that pink, right? Once the pink is clicked, now that entire thing is pink. You can't see it, but it is pink. So what I want you to do now is go to the top of the screen. Click on Object, scroll down to Path. Once you get to Path, choose Offset Path. Boom. Once you choose Offset Path, remember this spray paint font, you want the spray paint to be spreaded out, but you don't want it to be spreaded out too big, but you do want to kind of keep it big, so by the time you make it softer, it looks better. So let's go ahead and just take that, because once you click that, the offset path, the menu is going to pop up where you can either make it bigger or smaller. I'm going to make it bigger because, of course, we want this to cover up the whole thing like the original logo. So I took it up to 15 or whatever preference you prefer. Let me see. Is mine's too big? No, mine's isn't too big. This is perfect. So, okay, cool. Once you have it like that, what I want you to do is go to the top of the screen, click on Object, click on Group, click on Object, click on Expand. Then what I want you to do is click on the Pathfinder and then choose Unite. Boom. So that's just in case you offset pathed it and then, it start creating shapes inside of it. So if it started creating shapes inside of it, this is what you do just to stop that. But if it didn't create a shape inside of it, then you don't need to group, expand, and unite. You don't need to do that if it didn't make no shapes inside. Mine's did, so that's the reason why I did it. Okay, so this is what you want to do now. Once you have this selected, click on your selection tool to where it looks like a box right there, right? Go to the top of the screen, click on Effects. Click on Effects on the top menu bar. Once you click on Effects, I want you to scroll down to Blur. Now, it's 3 different blurs. It's Gaussian blur, radial blur, and smart blur. Smart blur. Click on Gaussian blur. Gaussian blur. BLUR. Click on that. Now, what you want to do now is just make adjustments to the pixels. So you can, because we want this to look like how the spray paint looks behind that one, which of course we can't necessarily create a spray paint because we're using Illustrator where everything is based on vectors and not pixels. So what you want to do is take your radius up. Y'all can't see this, but a menu pops up for the Gaussian blur. And what I want you to do is take the radius up until you get that look, until you get that soft look. As you notice, the more I take it up, the more you're starting to see that soft look in it. So let me take it up some more. Okay, now, I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me see. Oh, yeah, y'all should be able to see that. You should be able to see that I've now made that pink softer. Now let's click OK. Once you click OK, click off of it. And then once you click off of it, now you can ask yourself, is this good enough? Now, actually, what I want to do, I think I'm going to make mine's possibly thicker because the original is darker. So I think I'm going to make mine's a little bit darker. Some of y'all may look at that and feel like, man, that already looks good. But that's just the way I am. I like mine's to be close, very close. Okay, I see somebody is showing some love. Let me make sure I acknowledge you. Just give me 1 second. Yo, shout out to Deborah Ray Given, who just commented on my photo. And she just put, yeah. Okay, shout out to Deborah Ray Given. That sounds like an old school name. Deborah Ray Given. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to where we was. And what you want to do is hit Command Z. That's how you're going to take that blur effect off. Once you take that blur effect off, what I want to do is I want to make this this outline pink. I want to make that thicker. So let's go back to what we did before. Click on Object, scroll down to Path, and click on Offset Path. Once you click on Offset Path, that menu is going to pop up, and then you choose how much more thicker you want it to be. I'm going to choose about right there, probably about right where it's at right there. It's perfect. Boom. So once we have it like that, now what we're going to do is do the same thing again. Go back to the top of the main top menu bar, click on Effect, scroll down to Blur, and then click Gaussian Blur. Boom. Once you click that, now you go ahead and make your adjustments in the radius to whatever you want to choose. Whatever you want to choose, whichever you feel like is close. I want mine to be very soft on the outer edges and then darker when it's closer. So I'm like right there. When I click off of it, boom. Okay. So it's still visible on the edges. So I got to go back. I got to go back and fix that. Can't let that slide. So let's click on the Gaussian blur. Let's take that up. And shit, I might be wrong. Now I feel like the Gaussian blur is too big now. So let me cancel that. Let me go back. I was right the first time. I should have just settled for what I had, but I couldn't settle, man. I'm too unsatisfied. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I did it like this the first time and clicked OK. And it looked good. I don't know why. I just wasn't satisfied, man. Because it looks good. It looks like the way that it's supposed to look. I don't know what's wrong with me. But what I just did is how you create the graffiti words, the custom graffiti words in the inside. Now, the font on the outside, I believe is called Helvetica, but I just want to be sure. Give me 1 second. Fresh Prince font. Because there is no such thing as the font for the custom words. But the little words, the blue words, I want to say that's called Helvetica. But give me 1 sec. I just want to make sure. If it's Helvetica, I'm that dude. Hold on. See what that is called. Let me search Helvetica just so I could see if I'm that dude. Let's see. Nope, I think I'm wrong. I think that's not Helvetica. Let's go. Let's look through my fonts right quick. Let me see what that's called. Let me search Helvetica. Ooh, is it Helvetica? Let me check. I think I might be that dude. Let me check Helvetica. Let me put the THE. Now that ain't it. Damn. I was about to brag like y'all wasn't ready. I can't remember what that font is. The font for the inside. I've created it before. I just can't think of what that is, man. It's one of the stock fonts. It's one of like the original fonts that like comes with the program. Is it Times Roman? Let me check. If it's Times Roman, Y'all better show some love in that comment section. Ooh. Nah, that ain't it though. It is the same T, but the H is curved up like that. So I'm trying to find out what that is, man. Cause I've used it before. Prince of Bel Air font. Download. Nah. I don't want to download it. I just want to know. TV sitcom. Was created by. So the creator of the original font for the original title for A Fresh Prince of Bel Air, his name was Andy Borowitz and Susan Borowitz. So they must have been a couple. That's interesting. I've never heard of these guys. Oh, I was right. Yeah, it is a Times New Roman. It says the Bel Air is drawn with the help of Times New Roman. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Show me some love, bro. I knew I wasn't tripping. That is Times New Roman. But why does it look like that? If you notice, this Times New Roman is different because if you notice, it curls on the bottom. It looks the same, but it's not the same though. You know what I mean? So I am right. That is Times New Roman. So let me check. I see Times New Roman italic. Let's try that. Boom. Come on, man. Figured that joint out. Let's go. So listen, all you got to do is find the goddamn font. Make sure y'all, well, now that y'all seen this video, now y'all know the font. Y'all ain't got to go through all of that figuring stuff out. Because I did this. This was just like 2 years ago, though. I just be having to go back and remember how I was doing this. It's been so long. So look, the way you want to color this title, what I want you to do is double click that color box. And then just make the blues close to that blue. I believe I'm right there close to it. And what you want to do, if you notice, that's just a duplicate black behind it. So like, let's go ahead and put this the right on top. Let me make that the bigger. Hold shift, click that bottom, and just do like that. Boom. Matter of fact, let's squeeze that a little bit tighter because for some reason it looks thinner on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air font. So let's do that. Let's squeeze that in a little bit tighter. Put that joint about right there. And like I told you, it's just all it is duplicated and colored black and moved over to the right if you look at it. So that's all we're going to do. Command C, Command F. Now what we're going to do is double click that color box, change it to black, and then let's right click, go down to arrange, hit send to back. Boom. And like I said, just move it over to the right. See, look, now it's the exact same. That the looks exactly like that the. It sounds weird to say that. That the looks like that the. All right. So we got that. Now, what was it called? It was Fresh Cup of what? Of the food truck. Okay, cool. And remember, the of needs to be small. So we're going to copy that. Put OF. Let's make that OF little, just like theirs. They OF look long, though. That shit look long. See, that's what I'm saying. They be stretching shit. You see, you got to stretch and move around and really edit it to get it to look like the Fresh Prince. See, because they knew what they was doing when they was using that Times New Roman. They was editing it, stretching it, all type of shit. So, yeah, we got the same one they got. Let's see if we can get the, what's the name? Yeah, okay, cool. We got the color. Cool. Now that we got the color, let's drag that down. And like I told y'all, if you see, I know this from being a graphic designer. All they did was duplicate it, turn it black, and move it to the side. So that's all we got to do. That's all we're going to do. Command C, Command F. We just duplicated it. Double click your color box, turn it black, click OK. Hold up, shit. My camera way the fuck over there. God damn. Okay, there we go. I done got excited and then moved the camera all over the goddamn room. All right, y'all. It said your camera is aimed at the corner of your room. I know. Yo, shout out to Jazz Watson for sending that 50. Sending that nifty 50. And I appreciate you, Jasmine, for letting me know. I got my shit pointed at my clothes. Shit, you know, I'm getting ready to move, so I know my shit probably looking crazy right now. But it is what it is. Okay, so if you currently watching, shout out to you and shout out to the people that's watching. And if you see me messing up, please call my phone and text me. Tell me, Jay, they can see the drugs, they can see the guns. I ain't got no drugs and guns, y'all. I'm just playing, but you know, if you see me messing up, call me. Okay, once you have the black, what you want to do? Damn, is the camera dripping off again? Yeah, I'm going to have to turn this motherfucker all the way. Yeah, there we go. So like I said, this is a terrible tutorial, but if you are waiting through this, I appreciate your patience. So once you have that black right there in the front like that, what I want you to do is right click, arrange, send to back. Send it to the back, and like I said, move it over to the left. So what you want to do is just hit your left key. Just keep hitting that. Matter of fact, we ain't got to hit it a bunch of times. We just hit it one time. Boom. It's perfect, just like the original. Now all we got to do is the fridge. So we don't need that anymore. Just remember how to write it out. So let me click on that color. So we want to keep that blue. And let's put the food, TRUCK. Boom. Now on the original, if you see the of is moved over from the Bel Air. So let's do that. Oh shit. Let's not mess that up. Let's select the of. Let's move that over to about right here. And the food truck, let's have it about right there. We're going to make that a little bit bigger. Let's see how much bigger should we make it. Yeah, let's make it a lot bigger than that. Of the food truck. Now what we want to do is use the eyedropper tool and grab that color again. Boom. Grab that color. It's the exact same process as I said last time. Click on that, right? Command C, Command F. Now we just copy and pasted it in the front. Let's change that to black. Double click the color box, turn it black, press OK. Boom. Once we click that, all we have to do is right click it, scroll down to arrange, and then click send to back. Boom. Now, like I said before, just move it a notch over to the left. Boom. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I have just taught you with these hands how to create the Fresh Prince title. Told y'all I knew how to do it. I just didn't remember. But we have single-handedly created the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air title. Now if you want to follow this tutorial, if you don't mind watching me mess up a couple times, if you do plan on watching this tutorial, this could help you out. Like, let's say you wanted to use this font for something. Like, let's say you had an event, you wanted to create a flyer. Because I know a lot of times I make flyers and different things, and people always ask me, how are you doing this? Like, how are you getting the fonts from these movies? How is, like, people don't understand. I'm a master designer, baby. I know how to do everything. But like I always try to look at something and I identify how the person created it. Once you look at something and you identify how the person created it, then you can figure out like how to maneuver and how to put it together the correct way. So I'm telling you, that's all I had to do. Because one thing that I understand that a lot of times back in the day, see, people didn't have the technology we have today. So when they were making these type of titles, they wasn't using computers a lot of time. They were manually drawing this shit. So I can already tell they might have manually drew this, especially this Fresh Prince font. This Fresh Prince title. Like, that is a custom title. I can tell that there's nothing on the internet that has this. There isn't fonts that has this weird graffiti look. Now, they may have created one now, but I'm just saying when they originally created the show, they didn't do that. And so that's why I was like, okay, I can look at this and identify this is custom. Let me go ahead and draw out my own stuff. Let's create my own custom thing. Let's add those colors, put the blacks on there, move those blacks down and to the left, and find the title, the font for the title. Like I told y'all, that was a Times New Roman. And then all you have to do is put the black behind that and nudge it over to the left. That easy. Actually, it wasn't that easy, but y'all get what I mean. Yeah, man. So like, yo, I appreciate y'all for watching this video, and I'm gonna check the comments. I'm gonna see what's going on, make sure ain't nothing going on, and I might do a little bit of extra because I ran through this kind of fast. Okay, shout out to everybody still watching. Yo, especially shout out to Behance. Every time I get on Behance, I start getting people watching. Y'all know I like that stuff. I start getting on Behance and everybody start watching. I appreciate that. So since y'all watching, we might as well run through this character right quick. So this character is, well, the customer said he wanted it to be like an ice cup. So, you know, I'm not from that culture. I mean, I'm from that culture. Don't get it twisted. I'm black, but I don't really be knowing like these different type of cups that they be that's be popularized in these different cities. Like some cities be like, oh, we sell water cups, we sell ice cups, we sell Kool-Aid cups. So I don't know what the hell type of cup this is, but he said it's an ice cup. So I'm just designing shit by my assumptions. He said he want the ice cup to wear a similar outfit to the cover of Fresh Prince. So if you remember on the cover of Fresh Prince, Will Smith was wearing a striped shirt where it's like green and lime green, and he had on a hat, and the hat was lime green and blue, and he had on some shorts that was lime green and blue. So I'm gonna show y'all real quick. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of that so y'all have an understanding of how I was that. Because I know you might be looking at this water cup like, why is he designed like that? And I'm gonna show y'all why, just real quick, so you can see the whole idea of what I was putting together, so it doesn't confuse you and you be like, damn, Jay, like what was you even thinking or doing? So let's put Fresh Prince outfit. As soon as y'all see this, you're gonna be like, oh, I get what you was doing. Oh, you creative. So let me show you. Okay, so okay, hold up. I see a picture, but this isn't the exact outfit that he was talking about when he sent me it. Because he sent me, now I'm gonna show y'all just real quick. Okay, so this is a picture of kind of the outfit. Let me see if y'all can see that on the screen. Okay, now if you look at what Will Smith is wearing, he has the striped shirt on, but the hat and shorts is different. The hat isn't all green like that. So let me show y'all. I'm gonna find another picture because I see the outfit, because the outfit is actually in the episode. Okay, I see a picture of it. Okay, no. Okay, I found a good one. I just want to show y'all this real quick so you understand the idea. Okay, see, look, if you look at this outfit, he has the green and that kind of like yellow, but I thought it was lime green, but just the green and lime green shirt, the blue and the blue and lime green hat, and then the shorts with the lime green on the bottom. Now, do you understand what I'm talking about? That was the idea for this character. We wanted this character to have that same look. So that's the main reason why it looks like that. So just in case you might have been confused, like why did he design that like that? That was the reason, baby. Yo, shout out to my friends that just always look out for me, man. I appreciate it, man. Just in case something ain't right. Somebody always hit me up. All right, let's continue on this character. Now, if y'all have been watching my tutorials, if you are somebody who frequently watches the way I do these characters, I'm just going to run through this real quick. So the way I create these characters is through line work. I actually showed you guys tutorials of how to use the pen tool and the curvature tool, but I didn't use the pen tool and curvature tool in order to make this character. I made this character on my iPad Pro. If you're subscribed to my Behance, you will see the way that I created this character. So I already have the line work done, so we can go ahead and get the process started. So the very first thing that we want to do with this is go to the top, click on Object, Group. Same process that we do with everything. Click on the top, click on Object, then click on Expand. And once the Expand menu pops up, go ahead and click OK. Boom. Once you click that, what I want you to do is find the Pathfinder button on the right side of the screen, and then click Divide. Boom. Once we click that, now the project has been divided. So what we want to do now is click on the white selection tool, which is not the black one, it's the white one. Now, let's go ahead and start getting rid of all those access lines. So as we do now in this process is hold Shift. And let's click on as many lines as we can. Let's go ahead and get rid of what we don't need. Hold a shift just in case you click the wrong thing. Just hold shift and click it again and it should deselect it. All I'm doing right now is holding shift and getting rid of as many lines as possible. You want to move like this whenever you're working on a project and you're trying to move as fast as possible. Just hold shift and just start clicking on lines. Click on as many lines as possible. As soon as you have as many lines as possible clicked on and you're ready, go ahead and just start deleting them. Just keep hitting delete till everything is gone, just like this. And that's basically what I do throughout the entire project of getting rid of things. We're getting rid of all these lines until we get to the next step. Right now, we are currently working on a character of a ice cup, and this ice cup is supposed to be dressed like the Fresh Prince, Will Smith. So once people see this actual ice cup on his food truck, then they will understand like, oh, okay, this is an ice cup and it's supposed to be, the Fresh Prince. That's why it's called the Fresh Cup of the food truck. You get it? You get it? Got it? Good. I know some of y'all is probably like, man, I ain't doing that type of man, I'm telling you, man. I'm going to just tell y'all. Guess how much I got paid for this project? $500. And I know some of y'all probably like, that's not even that much money. But think about it. I'm making that for doing this project and I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here clicking and clicking and clicking. And if I can make that much off of a project like this, which, I personally feel like people should pay me way more for any project of anything. But if you can make this much off of projects, man, you can get out the ghetto. Just like what I'm trying to do right now. Right now, I'm trying to get my ass out the ghetto, man. I'm getting too old for this shit. I can't be out here shooting it out and arguing with people every day. But, once you get into this position and you start designing, man, don't be lowballing yourself and, make your money and try to make way more money than what I'm making. I always encourage y'all that. Try to do way better than what I'm doing. Take your opportunity serious. And you should get something out of this that I'm showing you, man. And what I'm showing you, I want y'all to utilize to try to get more. Of course, that $5 might sound like a lot to some people, but I feel like I'm worth way more. And I feel like if I would have utilized myself a little bit better earlier in my career, then I probably would be getting way more. It's all about preparation and the way that you see yourself. See, when I first started, I wasn't taking this serious. Because I just looked at this as a hobby. I was like, man, people ain't about to pay me that much money to do that. And then what disappointed me was I found out that there's people out here who are not even nowhere near my level, and they're getting paid thousands for projects. So I was like, in that case, I was wrong this whole time. I could be getting paid way more. I just didn't see any value in it. And other people did. So never undervalue yourself because you never know. Especially if a person knows you don't value yourself, they're going to try to give you the bare minimum. Because they're going to be like, oh, yeah, he don't know his worth. Let's go ahead and give him anything. Give him some pennies. He don't even know how much he's worth. And people will use you like that. So like I said, y'all, understand your value and understand these tools that I'm showing you. I'm showing you stuff you can really get paid for, man. I'm not showing you no bull, ain't no magic tricks. As y'all see, I'm not perfect. I'll be messing up just like anybody else. But don't get it twisted. I am a professional. Some of this stuff you may see me mess up on, but trust and believe, when I'm working with a customer, I probably damn near never mess up. I probably mess up like 1% of the time because I'm usually on point when it comes to a customer. We can do all this playing on the internet and live stream and all that, but when it comes down to your customers, I want you to be working dead serious, man. Serious is a damn heart attack, man. Work on your customer and go so hard on the project that the customer can't find another person nowhere near as good as you. Even if they go to anybody else, it looks weird. Okay, so we got it. We got the line work completed. Feel like that was like a workout. doing all that clicking and deleting. Okay, so once we get to this step, what we want to do is select this entire thing, just like that. Boom. Select that entire thing. Once you have that entire thing selected, what I want you to do is go to the top of the screen and then click on Object, scroll down to Live Paint, and then click Make. Boom. Now your project is ready to be colored. One of the first things that I always do if you already watch my hold on, let me get rid of this line right here. If you ever watched any of my previous videos, then you already know if you did this process correctly, click on the live paint button. Once you click on the live paint button, if you hover over your project and you start seeing those black outlines, then that means you are doing this right. That means you followed this process the right way. So what you want to do now is start adding your colors in, whichever colors you want to use. Double click that color box and then choose whatever color you want to use. One of the first colors I always choose is black, because I feel like coloring in all the blacks first is what gives your project its pop. So let's go ahead and double click that, choose the color black, and let's start coloring in those blacks. Let's color in those glasses, the eyebrows. Let's color in the arms. Zoom in. You see any holes in it? Just color those in. Zoom in if you got to. Zoom it in. And now what we want to do, we need those colors from Will Smith for the his actual clothes. So let's go ahead, choose the colors. Let's choose that green, that dark green, and let's start coloring them in. Boom, boom. Let's color that in. Boom. Color in those holes. Do the other side. Boom, boom. Color in those holes. Boom. Let's do this top shirt. Let's look at his. His top shirt starts at green. So let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. So now let's get the other color. The other color looks very yellow. So let's click on it. I think that is yellow. Yep, it is yellow. So I wasn't tripping. Let's color those in. Boom. Boom, boom. See those holes? Make sure you color those holes in. Do not forget those holes. Boom, boom. Zoom in, zoom out. Do whatever you got to do. Okay, cool. Now the yellow is also on the hat. So let's color in that. The yellow is on the hat. Let me do some research on the hat and see what color is the brim. Because the brim looked like it may be like a different color. Let me put Fresh Prince hat. You want to make sure you're doing proper research, especially when you're doing these remakes. You want to make sure you gamed up on whatever you're doing. Okay, so I found the hat. It says the hat is, the hat is a West Philadelphia hat. So this is like an original, it seems like this was like a real hat, like a real thing. Okay, I'm looking at different pictures of it. Okay, so the bottom of the brim was blue, and the top of the brim was also yellow. Interesting. I didn't know that. And it says the bottom was blue. Okay. So that blue, the blue on the hat is the same blue we'll be using for the pants. So let's get the pants right. And then let's get the hat. Let's get the bottom right there. Let's get all that blue. Boom. And then those sides of the hat blue. Just like that. Look at that. Y'all getting extra. Not only is you getting the tutorial, you getting extra work, extra credit. All right, so the back of the snapback was yellow. And actually, it didn't have these dots in it. So let me get rid. I'm going to color over those. So just color all that in. That means color the blacks, all of that. Because he didn't have that type of snapback where it was the dots in it from what I'm seeing. It was like a Velcro. Okay, so cool, cool, cool. So it was like that. And on the bottom of the shorts was green. I think I'm going to make the brim of the hat green. I don't know. I just feel it in my spirit like I should do that. Let's make that green. Boom, boom. Okay, cool. So now let's color his shoes. What shoes was he wearing on the first episode? Let me see. I like to do my research, man. I want to make sure that when I'm putting this right, people know what it is. Fresh Prince outfit. Because I know at some point in time he was wearing Jordans and stuff like that, but I think that might have been when he was well into the show. Oh, he was wearing some Jordans. Damn, I should have put some Jordans on the character. It said he was wearing some Jordans. Well, I didn't even know that. So yeah, the first episode, they actually you could buy his outfit. What? That's weird. I didn't know that. You could buy this outfit. This outfit comes with the striped shirt, the hat, some glasses, the blue shorts, some lime green socks. Well, it don't come with the Jordans, obviously. You can get some glasses, the glasses that you know, them glasses you could like put on your neck, and you can get a Bel Air Academy jersey. This is all on the website. What is that? Go Cosplay. So the shoes is the Jordans, is the Jordan. What is those? The Jordan 5s? I think those are the Jordan 5s. Let me check. Jordan 5 Retro. I'm mad, man. I should have put these shoes on here, man. I should have researched this. Yep, these is the Jordan 5s. Damn. Wasn't thinking, y'all. So yeah, well, if the person requests for me, I might go back and change these shoes to Jordan 5s. If not Jordan 5s, something that at least looks like Jordan 5s. Wow, man. That's crazy. Let me at least go by the color of the shoes, man. The shoes was black. These was the Jordan 5s retros. These was the retro ones. So they was black. So let's make his shoes black. You already know when you do cartoons, never use the color black. Always use the color dark gray. So they can tell the difference between the outlines and the color. So as you can see, it may look black to y'all, but I used the dark gray. See, I ain't did my research on Fresh Prince. Well, far as what he was wearing. I could remember it when I was a kid, but I don't remember it that well. Because you got to think, Fresh Prince, that was out like early 90s, man. Like I was literally a little kid sitting in my living room. This back in the day when there was no social media. It was just all TV people. I know some people who used to just sit in the house, watch TV the entire day, every day. And I can remember like going to people's houses, sitting in my living room while everybody was watching Fresh Prince. This was a very popular show at one point in time. But I never was like paying attention to his clothes and stuff like that, besides like his shoes. Because when I was a kid, you know, I always wanted like nice shoes and shit. But yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even realize he had them Jordans on. Let's make the bottom like a gum blue. So to get a gum blue, you want to take blue and mix it with gray a little bit. See if we can get that gum bottom in there, just like that. Hell, not a look goofy. Yeah, let's make these. Hell no, I just don't like that shit. Fuck that. Keep these all black, nigga. Okay, shout out to everybody who's hitting like. Jeff, Shanette, John, Hobart. Yo, shout out to y'all. Let's check the other sites. Blah, blah, blah. Can't keep up with all these names, but shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody on Trovo. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Shout out to everybody on Behance. And shout out to everybody on YouTube. Let's continue. So we pretty much at the end. Now we, because we want him to be a picnic cup. Like you know, one of them little red cups you see at the barbecue. We want him to be that color. So we want to go with like a dark red. Let's go with a dark red. It's a lot of holes right here, man. God damn. Just color in all of those. Remember, if you use your custom brushes, you do not have to deal with these holes. That's why I usually use custom brushes for my designs. But you know, sometimes I'll use this method too. This method is just easy for people to use as a beginner. And since I'm teaching y'all as beginners, I thought to use this method and help y'all learn some shite. So let's click this in. Boom, 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 boom. We just doing coloring right now. If you're just now checking in, we just doing coloring. We literally right at the finish line. After we do this coloring, we ain't gonna have nothing else to do. This is pretty much gonna be it. After this coloring, we're gonna put them all together. Everything that we design, we gotta put it all together. Let's make his juice. I want to say let's make it orange. Just so people can know that this is juice. Let's color that in. Boom, boom. Yep. Just like that. Let's get rid of Will Smith. You know that nigga will be tripping. All right, so let's take this title. Hold on, wait. Let me select this entire character, object, and expand. That's so if we move the character, the colors won't disappear. Sometimes you move your character without, if you move your character without expanding it while it's in live paint mode, you can make the colors disappear. I'm just letting y'all be aware of that just in case that happens to you. Okay, let's make that bigger. And then let's add our character. I was thinking of adding him like right there, but I don't want him. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that of. Okay, let me move him back over. I'm going to put that of right here. Just so that I can make a little bit more sense. Put that of right there. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me move that down a little bit. Of the food truck. No. Put that back up. Okay, cool. Now let's take the character. Put him right there. And leave him just like that. Matter of fact, let's adjust his size. I feel like he might be too big. Let's adjust his size. I decided I'm just going to go ahead and finish this whole logo right in front of y'all. So y'all can see what I deal with. Command C, Command F. Let's create that all black. Let's merge that. Boom. I'm not merging the character, by the way, just in case you watching probably like, no, what are you doing? Okay, so then what I want is an offset path because I want this character to, the outer edges to look a little bit thicker. So go down to offset path. You go to object, offset path. Boom. Let's make these outlines thicker. Not that damn thick, but you know, thicker. About right there. Boom. So about right there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the logo. That's the logo. This was the exact idea he brought to me. He said he wanted the cup. He wanted the cup wearing the Will Smith outfit. And he wanted the title to be the Fresh Prince title. He wants this to be one of the this design is a promotion for one of the new items that is going to be on his food truck that he calls ice cups. Now I don't know in their state or city. That's what I believe, though. These are like frozen juice cups, if I'm not mistaken. See, I'm not from there. I'm from Indiana, so I don't really know about that. We call that something completely different. So we don't call this type of shit the same thing. Matter of fact, in Indiana, what do we call this shit? We do not call that shit an ice cup, though. Not from what I remember. Y'all can help me out with that. Put that in the comment section. I don't know what that is, but yeah. Man, my camera keep turning. Jesus Christ. So yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm about to end this video. Hopefully, next time I'm gonna fucking tape this goddamn camera still, man. Got everybody looking at the goddamn clothes that's stacked up in my room because I'm getting ready to move and shit. Got me looking crazy. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for checking out this video. I will see y'all in the next tutorial. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms to see the next streaming section where I show y'all a new tutorial. Follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Trovo, Behance, and Facebook Live. Y'all have